So the next thing I want to do is create this room fade effect, because in Fallout Shelter you don't see what's behind each of these rooms. There's almost like a fog of war. As you explore, each room gets revealed. In order to do this, I want to go into the prefabs here. We'll click here to edit specifically that prefab. And I created a 2D sprite here. It's just a black square. I literally jumped into Paint and just saved out a black square. Nothing fancy. And once I imported it into this folder, I changed my texture type to Sprite 2D and UI. Clicked Apply. And now I can throw this in here. And it went somewhere. Let's try this again. I want to put it up here in my hierarchy, and we're just going to stretch this over the room. And I want to rename this to Room Fader, because we are going to be making references to this. Now, you might be thinking, why didn't we just use another plane and stretch this out over here? And there's a difference between our planes and our sprite renderers. You could totally make either one work. For me, I just think it's easier to use the sprite renderer because we can create this fading effect very easily with just the alpha. Now, to make this an animation, I'm going to hit create. And in my assets here, I made a folder called animations, then room animations, whatever you think is best for your organization. And I'm going to call this room fader visible. I'm going to hit the record button, and I'm going to adjust my alpha. I'm just going to move it and put it back to 255. That way it creates this key point here, and then I'd say maybe 1 second in, let's set the alpha to 0. So if I hit play, that looks good. Now we are also looping, so I want to select my animation in this structure here and go to loop time and turn that off. And if I want to create another animation, I can do create new clip, and I'm going to change this one to solid. Probably could have named that better, maybe like hidden and revealed, but again, whatever works for you. And for solid, I'm going to click down here. I don't want to make it so that it's invisible and then become solid, because we're not going to re-hide a room. We want it to just be hidden the entire time. So I'm literally just going to have just this one frame here. I am going to make sure it is not looping though. So we have our visible, and then our solid, which just stays black. So if I get out of this, I do want to copy this, and I'm going to put that inside of each of these. Now, it's not going to be in the same spot. I'm going to have to readjust this. Go to room 3. And now we have our levels hidden.